What's up, everybody? My name is Cole. I'm a part-time real estate investor, a full-time legacy airline pilot, and a part-time military instructor pilot. Today, I'm taking you through a lovely 12-unit building here in Milwaukee that has seen better days. This building, it's actually really beautiful on the outside, believe it or not, but it has seen better days. I actually offered on this building. They want $950,000 for this building, if you can believe it, and I actually offered $500,000. And my justification may be coming clear to anybody that's watching right now, but it's obviously seen better days. I'm not sure if all this stuff happened. I mean, we'll go through each unit, and you'll notice that each unit is actually torn apart very similarly. And I don't know if it was done by a contractor that didn't get paid, or just by people, doing vandalism here. But every unit has the same exact things done to it. And this place is just, it has so much potential. 3-bedroom units, 6 on each side. And it's kind of like a break in between the middle. Individual staircases in the front and back. But man, it has lost a lot of it. A lot of electrical has been taken care of. Plumbing ripped out, all the copper taken out, of course. I'll do a tour of the basement so you can get an idea of what's going on down there too, but all these are no longer connected, obviously. So then the question is, okay, well, how do you heat the building? Well, first off, you need to fix the electrical, and you obviously need to do a lot of plumbing. I got a quote from my electrician for $130,000 to get the electrical back up to where it needs to be for all 12 units, including the service downstairs. And that will make sense when you see what it looks like down there, but every unit in this building almost looks exactly the same. And so it's got an 8-car garage out there, some balconies. Probably can't see that too well, but we'll walk down here and you'll get an idea of what we're working with. But the building would make a lot of money if it was fully rented out, but it's got a long way to go to get there. I mean, there's a lot of work to do. The units are big. Like I said, 3-bedroom units, but man, they really did a number on this thing. The guy that owns it bought it in 2022. I'm assuming he paid some pretty good money to get people to come work in here. And then, I don't know, part of me thinks maybe he just didn't pay them. Because it seems kind of, I mean, I know it doesn't look very surgical, but it does seem kind of surgical to me, the way that they went through all this. But every unit in this building looks just like this. Apologize if I sound kind of weird right now. I'm fighting a cold, but this is it. And you can see there is potential here, but man, at $950,000, adding at least $250,000 to fix this up, I was guessing about $5,000 a unit just to, refinish floors, do some paint, put cabinets in, things like that. But that's not even addressing the heat, which you're gonna have to do probably electric baseboard heat, because you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. The boiler down there is just insane. And then you're looking at electrical too. I mean, electrical and heat are just basic necessities. It's not even getting into like the actual, the actual property itself as far as what somebody's looking for when they're moving in there. They assume that, the assumption is that it's going to be heated. That's not, the assumption that it's going to be heated and that you're going to have electricity. So that's just to get you back to square one. So you'll see every unit has been taken care of in the same manner, which is just sad. I mean, this building is really actually pretty nice in an up-and-coming part of Milwaukee, in my opinion, and the opinion of my close friend who is always giving me advice on this stuff. But, I mean, let me know if you think I'm crazy, but this is a lot of work. And not only that, but you also have a lot of dead capital. While you're working on this building, you're fixing up unit by unit. You're doing some stuff that's going to take care of for the whole building. And that's all happening really slowly. So you have to be willing to accept the fact that you're not going to have any rent income for possibly, at least months, maybe a year, maybe more than a year. And you got to be able to pay that interest payment. An interest payment on $900,000. The interest payment on $900,000 is just astronomical. So now we're back to the floor level. Get an idea. Like I said, every unit is basically the same. They've had things surgically removed. And when I say surgical, I mean, I wouldn't want to, this one actually isn't too bad. I wouldn't want my surgeon, working like these guys were when they were removing everything, but you get the idea. So we'll make our way to the basement. We'll send you through one more unit. But yeah, it's just a shame. This building could have been really good, but this is the danger of trying to do a project that you just can't fund, you know? Check it out. Nice. When you try to bite off too much, when you try to bite off more than you can chew, you can really get burned quick. And then you're in a position where you have no money and you got no outs. The banks are gonna keep coming asking for their money. The city's gonna be asking for their money. And I'll include in the description a breakdown of what I think it would cost to fix this building up. But you just saw all 6 units on one side, and you can just believe me, every other unit is basically a carbon copy. So we'll go down here and we'll call it a day. The issue down here, only electrical. And then you'll see the boiler, which 1924 model, probably over 10,000 pounds. It was built into the basement of this place. So you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. Tons of PEX that's just strewn about. Sorry about the lighting down here. It's not great. And then you get to these and everything is removed. And that's feeding that side of the building. This feeds this side of the building. And I'm no expert, but that's why I got the experts to go look at it for me. 130 grand to get that back up and running. And that includes some of the work that's required over here. If you ask me, the owner of this place is totally screwed. They're going to have to go to foreclosure or something because, it is just in disrepair. And I always wonder how this happens. If you're an owner, how do you allow this to happen? But I can understand it to some extent. You get into a project you think you're going to make millions off of or hundreds of thousands off of, and you bite off more than you can chew. Here's the beast right here. This thing, if anybody has worked on these or knows anything about these, let me know, because I'm really curious about the information on this bad boy. But 1924, January, this bad boy is put in. Check it out. I really love this door. It's probably a bunch of asbestos and whatnot with this bad boy. But I love this door. This would be an awesome piece. But as you can see, this place has just been toe up from the flow up. And there's a big old service for this place. Like I said, sorry for the rambling, but I offered $500,000 for this place. And basically my thought was, okay, $130,000 to fix up the electrical. I'd be buying this place with hard money. So I'm paying a lending fee for that, probably 4% of the purchase price. I'm going to pay 15% or 14% a month, interest-only payments. And then you're starting to look at, okay, like I said, $130,000 for the electrical. Now I'm looking at, okay, what's next after that? Probably plumbing, maybe do them simultaneously. Fix up all the plumbing. I'm guessing maybe 40 to 50 grand in plumbing just to get things kind of where they need to be. And then I was guessing 5,000 to 6,000 per unit to get them fixed up. And so you start adding that up, you're in this for probably 300 grand by the time it's all said and done. So that's kind of what was in my mind. And I'm just basically looking at, these could probably rent for about $12.99, maybe $11.99, $13.99, depends on what it is per month for this building. And so looking at that, you can kind of guesstimate this building would be worth in the 1.3 range, plus or minus 100 grand. So at 500 grand, this would be a deal potentially, but man, it is beat to hell. So figured I'd just show you guys what we're working with here. Here's the exterior of the place. Got an 8-car garage back there. This is what it looks like from the back. So like I said, we went through this side, all 6 of those. You've also got this side, and there's 6 more, and there's that space in the middle that I showed you. It's not a bad building. When you look at the outside, I love brick buildings, low maintenance exteriors and whatnot, but man, it needs some love. They actually boarded it up now. I think they were having a bunch of people break in and squatting in there. Maybe they still are now. Nice little hole. Who knows what's down there? But yeah, this place it needs a lot of love. It hasn't had it in a while. And actually, at the end here, I got a funny surprise for you. So I'm walking to the outside on the main road here. And funny enough, this building is vacant. Oh man, they're gone now. There were Amazon packages sitting there, but they're all gone. So anyways, Thanks for spending the time with me to look through this building and get an idea of what's going on in Milwaukee. This place isn't so bad on the outside, but on the inside, it's not ideal. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys like the video. If you like it, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Let me know what you think, and we'll go on from here.